second half of the NFL season is here, and those young QBs are putting on a show. But who's the best team? This is when we separate the pretenders from the contenders. And you can follow that story every Sunday with the NFL on CBS.
All right, we're back with Fourth and Forever, and here's some of our Week 14 matchups that you can't miss. Our first matchup this week, we're going to take a look at the Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Right now, the Bills are favored by 1.5. Let's start with the Bills, and Josh Allen having an incredible year, wins his first Monday Night Football appearance against the 49ers this week. They're just trending in the right direction. I think they're running the ball well. Josh Allen's making great decisions, and he's not turning the ball over. When you look at the Steelers, though, if anything, it's really been 2 bad games in a row. And I know they got away with one against the Ravens and a depleted roster. They played against Trace McSorley and RG3, so that definitely helped them. But they lost Bud Dupree, and that's been a huge hit to their defense. It hurts them because he's a huge part of their pass rush. And if they're not able to get after the quarterback, that makes it a lot easier on defenses, and namely Josh Allen this week. I think he plays well. Also, that Pittsburgh Steelers offense, generally known for running the ball well. Ben Roethlisberger had to put the ball in the air 50 times the last 2 games. That's not the formula for success. I know they have a great wide receiver core, but that's just not going to cut it, especially as it gets colder. You got to be good on third down. You got to be good in the red zone, and you got to be able to run the football. So I'm going to go advantage Bills, and I'll take the Bills with the points. This next matchup features the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's start with the home team. Man, the Eagles are in a world of hurt right now. Carson Wentz leading the league in interceptions and turnovers. They're going through a quarterback change, and Jalen Hurts is going to get his first start as the Eagles quarterback against an active and tough defense. Not ideal in any situation, but nonetheless, there he is. And I think what people are going to find out is he's not going to have any weapons, just like Carson Wentz didn't have any weapons. I know he can run around a little more, something that Carson Wentz did maybe back in 2017 and isn't doing as much now, but I still don't think that propels this team to a victory. I think the Saints are rolling right now. They understand how to play without Drew Brees. They know that Taysom Hill is improving every week, and he's getting better and better. So this guy is really taking over the leadership role of this team, and this defense knows how to play complementary football. They got 3 sacks last week against Matt Ryan. Now, I don't know if they pummel Jalen Hurts like that, but they do have a lot of veterans on that defense, and that's going to make them confusing. They're going to be able to run some coverages that maybe he hasn't seen, or be able to switch up coverages last second because they can communicate so well because they've been doing it for so long. So this is going to be a tough one for Jalen Hurts. I'll take the Saints -6.5. Our next matchup, we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. Buccaneers coming off their bye week, and just before that getting waxed by Kansas City, but they have the best run defense in the league, and in comes Dalvin Cook, one of the top running backs in the league. Unfortunately for Dalvin Cook, I think the Buccaneers shut him down. They slow him down quite a bit, which is going to force Cousins into a ton of throwing situations, some potential 3rd and longs. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring match, but I do like the Bucs overall. They've had an extra week to prepare. I think they're going to right their ship in some ways, and one of the most eye-opening things for Vikings fans, unfortunately, I mean, you took the Jacksonville Jaguars, who were 1-9 or 1-10 or something, to overtime last week. That raises some alarms for me. I know they're in a playoff hunt, but this is just a bigger game for the Bucs, and I think they really do end up righting the ship. I think Brady, these last 4 games he's gone through, he's thrown 7 interceptions. He's going to correct that, and he's going to be back on track. They're going to have the advantage against the Vikings. That's not the best pass defense in the league, and Tom Brady's going to have a field day. So I'll take the Bucs by at least 6.5. This next game has some huge playoff implications in the AFC. It's the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders. Spread has the Colts -2.5. I think the Colts end up winning this. It is going to be a tight game. Now, listen, when you look at the Colts, they're coming off an ugly win last week against Houston, but who are we kidding? The Raiders almost gave the Jets their first win other than one play last week when Derek Carr decides to hit Henry Ruggs for the game-winning touchdown against the coverage that got the coach fired and Greg Williams. So that tells you everything you need to know about the Raiders. They're kind of hanging on for dear life right now. I don't love the way that they're trending, and they also don't have their top running back in Jacobs, so that's going to hurt them. And then their defense has been suspect. They've already surrendered 20 touchdowns and only recorded 10 interceptions. That's huge for Phillip Rivers as he looks to carve this defense up. I'll give the advantage to Phillip Rivers and the Colts with something to prove in Las Vegas.